Num num num. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So we're doing a stash ad video. It has been a minute since I've done one. I don't remember the last time I did one. It's around Christmas time. I did some Walmart stash ads. Yeah, that's what we did, and that's been that long. So we had our model show in Saginaw. I didn't do a video on that at the end of the show. We had the guys here. We kind of did a little round table with that. We won some awards at the show, which I was pretty happy with that. Appreciate it, guys, putting the show on. That is the club that we belong to for the Mid-Michigan Modelers. And this was the 4M show in Saginaw, and that was a good show. So my diorama, that took a first place for the 250 Anniversary America, which you can probably see over my shoulder there. I got to figure out where to put it, so I just kind of been leaving it out, which I don't like to leave my stuff out because I don't like dust on it, stuff like that. But we're going to find a place here eventually. With that being said, my friend Bob from Illinois, he come over, and he belongs to the Midwest Scale Model Club. He mentioned to me about Brian over at Sparky's Model Salvage, and Brian had bought tons of collections, just tons of different ones. So Bob got a hold of me and said, "Hey man, interested in some of these kits?" And I thought, oh yeah. So Bob brought some of these over from there. He went to our Saginaw show. So I got a few from there. So if you guys have not checked out his channel, go check out Brian's channel. Also go to his Facebook page. This is where he's got the collection on, and he's got a lot going there. A lot of cool models. He's been going all over picking these up. So highly recommend checking it out because they're going fast. A lot of you may already know about it. Maybe you don't, but check it out. So it's pretty good stuff. A lot of them are still sealed wrapped. So we got a few from him, and I got a few from Bob. So after the show, a couple weeks later, we went over to Illinois and visited Bob at his place. And we got a few kits from him when he was there. Did a little swapping out, that kind of thing. So that worked out pretty good. So I thought I'd show you what we picked up and go from there. So we got just a different array of goodies here. Yeah, so I'm not sure where to start. I guess we'll start with whatever's close and we'll run with that. All right, so first off, get this ball rolling. Everybody's favorite, the MPC. Country Dodge. Yeah, everybody's like, really? Come on. I'm making a Dukes of Hazzard car out of this. I have the STS decals here. I've had them forever with the proper flag. And I tell you what, yes, I know this kit's horrible. I have seen it built up many times, and it doesn't build bad. It's just it's more of a craftsman's kit, if you ask me. It's one of those, you gotta do a little work to it, make it look good. But I've been wanting to do a Dukes of Hazzard car. I do have another car here I was going to use also, but I probably maybe combine the two to make the one. I don't know. One day that's coming down the pipeline. So I got this from Bob, and Bob's the guy you seen in my video. We did the questions asking modeler. He was in that video there. So I told him he could take the decals, because if you guys don't know, this comes with a ton of flag decals in this kit. So it's kind of a cool kit for that. You can see on the side if you're not aware of that. He was kind of wanting I says, take the decals. I got my own decals for it, so we're good. So that's what we're going to do. I built a Dukes of Hazzard car probably 3 different times for other people. I've never built one for myself yet. So here we go, one day. That was one item we picked up as a hit suppler. Okay, another one we got was the Fast and Furious Brian's truck, the SVT Lightning, Gen 2 Lightning. Another great model. If you guys never built this kit, I had the original one when this first came out, when Revell first released this. I actually still have, I think, the box somewhere. That's probably out in my garage. No, yeah, I still have the original box sitting over there. I think the model's in it, but it's not like today's standard. It looks pretty good, but it's it needs to be reworked. So that's what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna redo one. I might do it in silver because these look beautiful in silver, or like a cobalt blue or something. It's killer. But other than that, great model. Like I say, highly recommend one of these. You guys find one, pick one up. It's a good builder. Next one we got from Bob was the AMT Erdl 29 Model A Ford. Oh, yeah. Check that bad boy out. I was looking through his stash. Bob has an amazing stash, which I'll leave it at that. So it's just one of those, wow. I mean, just it took a minute to look at it all. And I couldn't see all of it because there's a lot of it in boxes as well. Anyways, he had this on the shelf. I was telling him, man, I had that kit when I was a kid. And I couldn't believe he still had it in the cellophane. And he reaches down, hands it to me. I thought, oh, you got to be kidding me. That was awesome. So I really appreciated that, Bob. That was very cool of you. Like I said, I had this kit as a kid. So this is just going to be a memorabilia kit for me. I'm just going to put this on the shelf. It's not going to get opened. It's still got an $8 sticker on it from wherever. But yeah, I don't know where the one I built went. It's probably in the landfill somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it's parts of a microwave now. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah. So this is going to go on a shelf. One day, I'm going to build me a nostalgic shelf and put some of these kits on there. Yeah, one day. Last kit I got from him was very awesome. Got this one. This is the 1/25th scale Bigfoot truck. Yes, sir. Yeah. So we got that bad boy, and it is in rough shape, the box is, but inside everything looks nice and tidy. The decals are in very good shape. And I thought, you know what, that is so cool, because I have the other without the stripe, the 87, 88, have that sitting up there sealed. And I said, man, I would love to build this. I'm just not ready to open that one yet. So he broke this down, and I thought, oh, that was awesome. So I was very, very pleased to get this. So thank you again, Bob, for that. That was very cool. Okay, so some of the stash items we picked up from Sparky's Model Salvage. I do have one more from Bob, but it's kind of down here at the bottom, so we'll bring that one out here in a second. So we got some Thunderbirds. You guys know I like my Thunderbirds. We got some 89 Super Coupes. Yes, by Revell. Once again, another great kit. Good builder. The only thing really a fitment issue with this is if the glass is broke. I've had a few of these I've done, and the glass is sometimes cracked or something like that. But other than that, nice kit. So I like this so much, we got another one. Like I say, these come from Sparky's, and he had a ton of these. And I says, dude, I'll take them all. Grab them all this way. You know, for being sealed, give me a pretty good price on them. Couldn't go wrong. And like I say, Bob brought them to me, so I saved on shipping, so it worked out great. So I figured, hey, I can get a few more because I don't pay for shipping. With those, we also got the later edition. This is the limited edition 35th anniversary T-Bird. So we have this one, which is pretty much the same kit. I think, nope, this is exactly the same kit. So 89 and 90 with the same car. I have this kit up here, but my decals are kind of a little on the rougher side. But I don't know. I may open this up and do that one day. I have pictures of that car somewhere. Back in 90. At the dealership down by where we lived, they had one on the front lawn, and I went down and took pictures of it because I thought that is so cool looking. I mean, it's unique looking. It's not the kind of the prettiest thing, but it was kind of unique looking for the day. Let's go that route. So staying with that Super Coupe theme, we also got the 92, so we're scaling up a few years. Pretty much same kit, just a little newer vintage, basically. And like I say, I really like these cars. They build up really nice. So I figure, hey, I'll take them because they are getting a little harder to come by, you know, that type of thing. And we also got, sticking with the Thunderbird theme, we're going back a few years, the 71 T-Bird. Ooh, check that out. I think they did this one, the Reeboks. Wasn't this the Bird of Prey, I think it was? The one with the goofy graphics on it. I think that's the same model. I think. I'm not 100%. But yeah, so this one here, I always thought this was kind of a neat kit. It was one of those, I'll get that one day. I'll get that one. Then now they're hard to come by. So we picked that up. Yeah, so another stack we got here. This is the last group we got. So we got 5 more from Sparky's. You guys are going to be shocked at this one. I mean, it's going to just blow you away. 87 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. I like this car. I have one sitting in the garage. Yep, there's a picture of it. Yeah, I was always a fan of this car. I loved it when I was a kid. So, you know, a lot of people ask me, why do you like that car so much? I don't know. I just do. It's something tied with my childhood, maybe. I'm not sure. a couple of my neighbors, two different people, actually a cousin of mine and the neighbor up the road. The cousin of mine had an 86. It was burgundy. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. And the guy up the road, he had a black turbo coupe. And I always remember going back for it to school, seeing that black turbo coupe go by all the time. And he had black mesh wheels on. Just, oh, beautiful looking car. Fell in love with it as a young kid. And I ended up owning an 85 because I always remember seeing that black one up the road. So I bought a black 85. And one of those cars I wish I would have sold. All my friends had Mustangs and Camaros and Firebirds and all that stuff. I want something different. You know, Capris and all that stuff. And I had my share of Mercury Capris, which I still got my share of them. But anyways, yeah, I like the Bird. It's got some power. It rides nice. It looks good. It's a great car. So with that, we picked up another one. Well, wait. And we got another one. Yep, there's three of them. Oh. Uh-oh. This one's open. We got another one. And hold on. And we got one more. This one's sealed. So I have a transporter here. The Revell transporter, the newer one. I would like to build these and put them on the transporter in different colors. So that's not why I got all of them, but that's the story I'm going to tell you, just so it don't look like I'm kind of some weird guy just collecting these. But yeah, I hate to say it, I probably got, I don't know, probably another 10 or 15 of them in the room here somewhere. I don't know. Okay, moving on. I got that out of the way. So those are what we picked up from Sparky's Model Salvage. So like I say, guys, check him out and go to his Facebook page. I don't know what he has left. I know he just bought a massive collection recently. Yeah, so get yourself something. He's got a lot of cool builds on there. I got a couple more here. So another one I got from Bob when he come down. I got this Revell 1/144 scale Concorde. Yeah, we got a Concorde plane. Very cool. I always thought the Concorde was kind of a neat plane. You know, it was just one of those. I would probably never be able to afford to fly on it, but I just thought the nostalgic of it and the engineering that went behind it, I just thought it was kind of neat. So I know we were talking about planes one day on the phone. And he said, "I got one. I'll bring you to it." All right, cool. So last one we picked up. This one's a big one. This one's a big car. Got this from my friend Tony Lancer. We picked up the, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, Nicoma? I'm not sure. We picked up the 1/16 scale Cobra. This has lights in it and everything. This kit, I did some research on it. This kit was from 1978 per Scalemates. This is a new tooling they had. So the kit came out originally back in the day. And this has opening hood, trunk, doors, the whole shebang. And it is pretty cool looking. So I was kind of going through it. And it's very neat. They give you two different rims, all that kind of fun flavor. And of course, Tony's like, "You need to build that right away." And I thought, oh, I'd like to. I got some other projects in front of it. But yeah, I would like to build this thing like soon. It's very neat looking. Like I say, it's funny because looking at the light bulbs in it, they're old incandescent bulbs. You know, they're huge. I thought, yeah, we'll probably LED that sucker and give it a little more nicer flare to it. You know, because the incandescent ones, I don't want it burning the car down because they'll probably get hot and melt something. And that'd be something at a show catch on fire, wouldn't it? But hey, that's how things go. That's how it was done back in the day with incandescent bulbs, and those are the kind of things that happen. So there we have it, guys. That is the stash. I don't know if I got anything else in between there. Oh, I did. Hold on. I got some more stuff. See, it's been a while, so I forgot. I got to dig for it. Hold on. We got fresh from Hobby Nut Models. 2 more of the Mustangs. Is that a box? So you guys maybe saw or didn't see. I built the video on the Snap Click. Is that what this is called? Snap Click? Snap Tight? Click system. There you go. So we built that one. It's actually sitting right there. And oh my God, you guys, this is the nicest building car for fitment. I mean, everything was just amazing. It's very tight tolerance kit. I can't say it's, to me, a kind of quality because I haven't built one yet. But for a Revell kit, unbelievable. So I got these from Hobby Models. So pick yourself up one if you still got some left, because I bought like a lot of them from him. I liked it that much, so I got some more. But that's how it goes. Hey, we all have multiple kits, right? I might have multiples of more than others, but that's just how it goes. Anyways, get my num cup bag up. We got the face on this side, so just in case you get confused of who you're looking at. Cookie Monster. M is for models. C is for cookie. I'm going to delete that. Yeah, so we got the old Cookie Monster here, and all's good. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got at this point. Yep, I think that's it. So it was a pretty good stash ad this time. Pretty good run of it. We will see you guys in the next video. Or the next model show, whichever comes first. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Checking out the channel. Hey, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because I don't throw that out there a lot. I don't. I just, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, okay, move on. But sometimes people need to be reminded, you know. Yeah, that's how it goes. So once again, guys, we will see you. You guys have a good one, and thanks again for watching.